Toyota's CEO, Koji Sato, has just unveiled a groundbreaking engine that could revolutionize the automotive world and potentially overshadow electric vehicles, EVs. While the industry seems locked into the race toward electrification, Toyota's bold move introduces a game-changing technology that veers away from the path many automakers are on. Before we dive in, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons to stay updated on the latest breaking news. Sato's announcement has shaken up the industry. For years, manufacturers like Tesla, Ford, and General Motors have poured resources into EVs, planning to phase out internal combustion engines, ICEs, entirely. But Toyota, a global powerhouse, has held firm in championing hybrids and hydrogen fuel cells. Now, with Sato at the helm, Toyota is pushing forward with a new engine that could disrupt EV dominance and rewrite the rules of the automotive game. Though the specifics of the engine are still under wraps, Sato hinted that it is a hybrid powertrain that takes internal combustion to the next level. Toyota's new engine is not merely an incremental improvement over existing ICE technology, it is an advanced system that incorporates cutting-edge innovations in fuel efficiency, emissions reductions, and power output, making it a viable competitor to electric vehicles that are often seen as the greener alternative. The revelation comes at a time when the auto industry is grappling with how to balance environmental concerns, government regulations, and consumer demands. Toyota is confident that this new engine will meet all these challenges head-on. To fully understand why Toyota is pursuing a new engine rather than joining the all-electric revolution, one must look at the history and complexity of the internal combustion engine itself. Despite electric vehicles gaining traction in recent years, internal combustion engines have been the dominant force in the auto industry for over a century. ICEs are reliable, cost-effective, and benefit from an established infrastructure worldwide. Gasoline and diesel fuels are still relatively cheap, and the engineering behind ICEs has been fine-tuned to an art form, delivering exceptional performance and long-range capability. Furthermore, while electric vehicles have gained immense popularity, there are still substantial barriers to widespread adoption. Infrastructure, such as charging stations, remains underdeveloped in many regions, making long-distance travel impractical for many EV owners. Additionally, the production of electric vehicles and, more importantly, their batteries, has raised significant environmental concerns. The mining of lithium, cobalt, and other rare earth metals needed for EV batteries has been linked to environmental degradation and unethical labor practices. There are also concerns about what will happen to the millions of spent EV batteries, which will eventually become e-waste. These issues present a window of opportunity for hybrid or alternative powertrains that can sidestep the downsides of both conventional ICEs and electric powertrains. Koji Sato's new engine seems to have been designed with these challenges in mind. It is meant to capitalize on the efficiency and sustainability of combustion technology while addressing some of the limitations of electric vehicles, creating a solution that bridges the gap between traditional automotive power and future innovations. One of the main reasons electric vehicles have been so enthusiastically embraced is their potential for reducing carbon emissions. Governments across the globe have introduced stringent emissions regulations, with many countries, including the United Kingdom and several EU member states, planning to ban the sale of new gasoline and diesel-powered cars by 2035. Consumers have become increasingly eco-conscious, and electric vehicles are often marketed as the key to a sustainable automotive future. However, Koji Sato's new engine, developed by Toyota's most advanced research and development teams, seeks to address these environmental concerns in an entirely new way. According to the details released, the new engine is said to operate with extremely low emissions, achieving levels that rival and potentially exceed the current environmental performance of electric vehicles when factoring in the full life cycle of a car. This includes not only the vehicle's operation but also its production and disposal. One of the major criticisms of electric vehicles is their environmental impact during manufacturing, particularly the production of batteries, which are resource-intensive and have a heavy carbon footprint. By creating an engine that minimizes emissions and runs on a renewable fuel source, Toyota aims to offer consumers a more balanced and pragmatic alternative to EVs. Sato's vision for this engine is centered on efficiency. He believes that the hybrid design will optimize the use of fuel to such an extent that it will consume a fraction of the resources of traditional engines while delivering far greater range and power. Toyota has been a pioneer in hybrid technology for decades, beginning with the iconic Prius. This new engine is expected to take hybrid engineering to unprecedented heights by maximizing fuel efficiency, minimizing waste, and utilizing a variety of new energy sources, potentially including hydrogen. This engine could redefine what is considered environmentally friendly. As the world transitions to cleaner energy sources, Toyota's new engine could serve as a critical technology in helping to bridge the gap between fossil fuels and renewable energy. While electric vehicles are seen as the ultimate solution to reducing carbon emissions in the automotive sector, the reality is that the global energy transition is complex and multifaceted. Not all regions are prepared to fully embrace electrification, particularly in areas where the energy grid is still heavily reliant on fossil fuels. In many developing countries, the infrastructure needed to support electric vehicles, such as charging stations and renewable energy production, is still in its infancy. In these regions, internal combustion engines, particularly those that run on alternative fuels like hydrogen or biofuels, may be a more practical and sustainable solution in the short term. By developing an engine that can operate on a variety of fuel sources, Toyota is positioning itself to meet the diverse needs of global markets rather than betting entirely on one solution. This hybrid approach to sustainability also has the potential to reduce the strain on global energy grids. One of the challenges associated with the widespread adoption of electric vehicles is the increased demand on electricity grids, which may not be capable of handling the additional load in some areas. In countries that are still in the process of transitioning to renewable energy, charging millions of electric vehicles could overwhelm the grid and lead to higher emissions from electricity generation, particularly if that electricity is still being produced from coal or natural gas. By offering a powertrain that uses alternative fuels, such as hydrogen or biofuels, Toyota's new engine could provide a more flexible solution for regions where electrification is not yet viable. This would allow countries to continue reducing their transportation-related emissions without placing undue pressure on their energy infrastructure. Additionally, by using renewable fuels, Toyota's engine could help reduce the carbon footprint of transportation, even in areas where the electricity grid is still dependent on fossil fuels. Despite the excitement surrounding Toyota's new engine, there are significant challenges that the company will need to overcome in order to bring this technology to market and ensure its widespread adoption. One of the most pressing challenges is the skepticism from the automotive industry and consumers alike. Electric vehicles have been positioned as the future of transportation for years, and many automakers have already committed to transitioning their fleets entirely to electric power. Convincing consumers, regulators, and industry stakeholders that an advanced internal combustion engine is still a viable and necessary technology will require a concerted effort. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, could you leave your comments below and tell us how you think this will change the EV market? We want to hear from you. Thank you for watching.